What's up, guys? Today is going to be a cool one. For those of you not subscribed to my Instagram subscription plan, this is the kind of stuff that you don't see. This is the behind the scenes stuff. Today, I wanted to give you guys a quick, not super detailed video of everything that went on over this previous winter, where it's a little bit too cold to be working and cleaning, detailing bikes and riding bikes. So luckily we were able to do some work in the shop because we had a warm front come in. So starting with that, we're going to be working on the loft. This will add roughly 500 square feet of extra storage space. But first, in order to do that, we actually have to move some of this really cool rare stuff. So as you guys watch and see what I do here, I do just have to say, I am not very big into construction. I don't really know what I'm doing here, but I do have some idea. So what I was told is you definitely want to put some kind of caulk underneath your subfloor. That way you can eliminate creaks in the future yet to come. As you noticed, most of this was done, but luckily I was able to kind of finish this up myself. I did have a buddy of mine help me with the majority of the joists and the subfloor, and I gotta say, this specific piece was a little humbling. Of course, it was the only piece that I actually decided to film. As you guys can see, it's kind of bowed up, and I'm not gonna be able to fix that in the film, so just know that that did come out nice and pretty smoothly. Every single section of joist got 3 screws, one in the middle and one at both ends. And to finish the floor, I did have to take off my thinking swing, so unfortunately that had to go. But as you guys can see, we now have 500 more square feet that we can work with up on top of the shop. For anybody curious about the actual price of this, I would say altogether with my 30-foot LVLs in the front support, everything, the brackets, I would say that this was probably around a $2,200 project. Next, you would have seen this on my previous video. I definitely needed to upgrade my lighting situation. I had 4 little lights kind of propped from the angles, and then I work with 2 spotlights usually, so this is going to be an absolutely huge upgrade. This is a 12 by 6 foot spread of detailing lights, and honestly, I've always kind of dreamed of having this kind of hexagon grid lighting in a shop like this. So let me tell you guys, dreams do come true. Speaking of dreams coming true, I was able to actually get my wife to give me a hand in the shop, and it made for a really easy install. For the lighting and anything else that kind of came with it was roughly around $150. The last thing that we're adding into the shop is definitely going to be a little bit of a game changer. I was able to reuse a old motor bearing, so I would have a little bit of play on where this ends up facing, but as you guys will see, this comes out pretty cool, so just keep watching here. Before I go ahead and install what this is going to have on it, I did have to take about a $200 electrical run to Home Depot. It's crazy how expensive electrical is. And what I ended up doing was I ran all these outlets. These are ready to be extended, 2 more outlets in between each joist, but I wanted to run the initial outlets. It is no joke how expensive electrical stuff is. So one of the biggest downsides of my shop is that it's not heated and it's not insulated. So I do run a 200,000 BTU turbo heater. When I was walking around Home Depot the other day, I actually found something just like this for around $350, but this specific one I was able to find even better than the one in store for $120 on sale. This is a 7500 watt heater. It's ran on 240 volts, so there's no gas. And part of the reason why I ran that electrical before doing this electrical is because I wanted that to be sitting right over that yellow wire perfectly. And I even was able to put up some tarps just to be able to contain some of that heat. It really isn't going to contain it too well, but that's all right. What do you guys think? We made some awesome upgrades, and I cannot wait for this summer to just get wrenching.